Today, I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways to make your keyboard THOCK. All the mods we're going to be doing today are super easy and only use materials that you already own. So grab your keyboard and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is, believe it or not, get a towel. Now this might sound crazy if you haven't heard of it before, but it actually really helps. Putting your keyboard on something like a towel, t-shirt, or thick cloth is really going to help with how sound absorbent the surface of the keyboard is. Your current desk mat, if you even have one at all, is probably too thin and flimsy and the echo is just passing right through it. Now, I know having your keyboard on a towel isn't exactly ideal, but you know, cutting up an old t-shirt and placing it under your desk mat isn't exactly a horrible idea. Putting this thicker material under your desk mat or under your keyboard is really going to help reduce the echo beneath your keyboard and help it be much more sound absorbent, adding a much better THOCK factor. So the second mod is something that almost every keyboard has, and that's a case foam mod. If you don't already know what the case foam mod is, just like how you want the surface beneath your keyboard to be more sound absorbent, you're also going to want the inside of your keyboard to be more sound absorbent as well. Now, you could go to Amazon and pay $10 to $15 for a literal piece of foam, but we like to do things with household materials around here. So go ahead and find an old package and see if you can find one of these thin styrofoam sheets inside of them. Now this type of foam isn't technically ideal for doing a foam mod. If you have car foam, I would recommend using that instead, but you probably don't. Anyways, if you can't find any of this lying around, you can also use an old t-shirt like the last mod because it's fairly the same concept. Pretty much all you want to do now is disassemble your keyboard and place the foam at the bottom of the case. Then you want to put back on your PCB and plate and then put on all your keycaps and boom, you've officially done the foam mod. And another benefactor of this mod is that for cheaper cases that have a lot more flex in the case, this actually reduces the plastic on plastic contact a lot more. The last way to make your keyboard THOCK that I'll be talking about today is to fix the hollow spacebar. A lot of times with these cheaper keycap sets, the spacebar and other large stabilizer keys just sound hollow and echoey. And no matter how good your keyboard sounds, this can really take away from the overall experience. A quick fix to making this a lot better is to put molding clay or some type of foam inside of your spacebar and other large stabilizer keys if you wish. Personally, I prefer molding clay because it adds a little bit more weight, which I prefer, and also I think it has a slightly deeper THOCK. If you are using foam for this mod, literally all you have to do is push the clay up into the keycap, and remember not to put too much because otherwise it will stick to the plate. And if you're using foam, I would recommend using some sort of cheap non-permanent adhesive like school glue or maybe even double-sided tape ideally, and then you just stick it in the bottom. Now before I wrap up this video, I just want to say that the majority of your THOCK sound does come from the material of your plate, case, what types of switches you have, your keycaps, all that stuff. So these mods are just some really quick stuff to add if you want to make your keyboard THOCKy instantly, and yeah, that was kind of just the point of today's video. With that being said, thank you guys so much for sticking around until the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you could drop a like, that would mean the world to me because my channel is fairly new and it really helps me boost in the algorithm. As always, I'm an open book in the comments, so go ahead and ask any questions you might have and subscribe if you want to see more videos with content like this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.